I have said this repeatedly. I said this last night when we were coming back. The Bo Nix conversation has always been stupid. It's just a content grab by people that are desperate to manufacture conversation. There are teams that win with their quarterback. The quarterback's part of a team win. And there are teams that win because of their quarterback. Washington won yesterday because of Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
He was fantastic. He was their only source of offense was his right arm and his legs. And it's a team win, and a lot of people deserve credit. Jaden's getting 70% of my credit pie. Jaden was fantastic yesterday. I understand he missed some deep throws. If you only focus on that,
that happens.
You're missing the picture.
The risk is a little bit higher.
Terry was really good. I go 20 with Terry. He caught 2 touchdowns. Don't be mad about that. And then 10 to everybody else. That's probably a little simplistic, but I just thought Jaden was so good yesterday. As we do after a win, our guy Jupe starts things off on the lines. What up, Jupe? Let me hear it, and then give me your victory pie, your credit pie.
Yes, sir. Let's do the victory ritual. Let's all hit the Ric Flair. Woo!
Woo! I'm in.
All right. My credit pie, I'm going to go 40 to Himothy Daniels, 40 to Terry. I'm going to give 10 to Crowder and 10 to Sarah still. It was good seeing Crowder out there returning the punt returns, and he made some clutch catches for us.
Oh, he did that.
Definitely missed Tyler Badass out there as a center for us. And I'm going to say this PSA for the rest of the callers to know everybody want to hop on that kicker. But I need you to ask yourself this question. You talk about cutting the kicker or getting a new kicker. Where are we going to get them from? The UFL, the XFL?
It's the
Don't
kicker
you think
abyss,
other
man.
teams would have did? Yeah, it is what it is. And honestly, I think it's just a curse or something going on this year because it seems like everybody's having kicking problems, which is crazy. But we not, where are we going to get a kicker from? I mean, hell, since he just signed Cade York, and he was on the team earlier this year, and he skunked up the jump. So we got to deal with what we got to deal with. That's probably going to be dealt with in the all season. But, a W is a W. Let's enjoy it, fellas. Remember, hot pockets, hot pockets. Hot. All right, fellas.
Thanks, buddy. All right, that's our guy, Jupe. If people are screaming about the kicker, I think you're wrong. Joseph's also going to be gone. They're going to go back to Gonzo. You know what? This is a delicate topic, Brian. Did you happen to notice who was making kicks for the Packers last night?
No.
Brandon McManus.
Yeah.
And whatever happened,
he was supposed to be here.
Whatever he was accused of, like whatever, all got dismissed. Everything was thrown out. Maybe it'll come back. Who knows? But they identified their kicker, signed him early on in free agency. He's good. He went 3 for 3 yesterday, made all his extra points.
Mm-hmm.
And what that whole situation just sucks.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. But McManus was supposed to be the answer. They thought they identified it, took care of it, and then all hell broke loose, and now he's making kicks for the Packers. This is shocking. I just pulled up this Packers box score. Green Bay was only 5 of 12 on third down. They barely won time of possession. They put up 370 yards and 31 points. So on the ones that converted, they really converted.
Yeah, they went for it.
The 30 points, rather. Excuse me. All right, let's go to Ryan in Upper Marlboro. What up, Ryan? Let's hear the credit pie.
What up, fellas? I watch your show every day, so I just wanted to tell y'all my credit pie. So I go 50% Jaden, 30% defense, 20% O-line, and I appreciate y'all taking my call in Victory Monday, fellas.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
And I met y'all before, so I just wanted to say that I met you, BMitch, and JP in 2023 at training camp.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, brother.
All right, take care, bud. We often get the BMitch. We met in 1997 at Home Depot. I think that was my first Home Depot shout out. My guy Rusty is in Delaware. Rusty, let's go.
I'm a Lowe's fan, but yeah.
I like Lowe's. Shout out to Lowe's.
Shout out to Lowe's. Credit pie, real quick. I'm going to keep the facetious train rolling and give it 100% to Marshawn Lattimore. 53 plays, 0 pass attempts. That's what a CB1 looks like. And I don't think it's a surprise that Mikey had almost 2 interceptions. And the game, to me, kind of felt a little complimentary where, the offense sputtered, the defense kind of made some plays. So there's going to be a lot of Jaden missed this or Terry didn't run that route or whatever. But I think it's still a team win, and there's something to be positive about going towards Philadelphia.
All right, brother.
I like that.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you, Rusty. Yo, hey, did you see I wore the shirt, by the way, that you sent?
Dude, our whole organization's got the video. We've been sharing it around. It's awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Great. The Little League football team that Rusty's son is the quarterback on, they had never had a winning season. They made it to the Super Bowl. They lost in the Super Bowl, but pretty good year. Congrats, Rusty. Take care, bud.
Thanks.
All right, bro.
He is right. He hit on something there that I do think is correct in that, like, the organizational changes are so significant in this thing that Washington forever has been a team that would find ways to lose.
Yep.
And yesterday, not pretty, they found ways to win.
When you go out there, you don't play your best game, you still win the game. Hey, move forward.
Looking at some of these numbers, Landfill, you asked me to pull up. 3 players defensively played every snap for Washington. Name them for me.
3 players?
3 players played every defensive snap.
Wagner?
Yep.
Samerstill?
Nope. Samerstill played 91% of snaps.
Okay. I can't say anybody else.
I'm going to say it, and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, of course.
No.
Luvu.
Okay.
And Quan.
All right.
Played all 100% of the snaps. What I'm really impressed by, Lattimore, in his first game coming off a hamstring injury that really seemed to linger, played 96% of the snaps.
Yeah.
I mean, that is...
He was hyped last night.
Dude, he is a low-key guy, though. It's interesting. We talked to him in the locker room after, and you could tell he was really happy to get that win, but just a low-key fella, man. It was very interesting because he is...
You don't play football low-key.
All dog.
Yeah, you don't play football low-key.
All dog.
Yeah.
You know what's awesome? So De'Ami Brown must have got popped. I don't know what happened. A lot of times, sometimes your helmet will get hit and your helmet will come down. Something cut open his nose. So he had this like Band-Aid on his nose. And De'Ami's just like a funny, good-natured dude. And all the media is waiting for McLaurin to talk, right? And De'Ami's locker's next to him. And did you go in the locker room yesterday? That joint was tiny.
Well, the little media room was smaller than this room.
Yes, the media room reminded me of the prison cell. Most NFL stadiums, intentional or not, I'd suggest it is.
It's intentional.
The visiting locker room kind of sucks.
You don't want them to be comfortable.
That one yesterday really sucked.
Yeah.
So we're all just
remember
on
that
top
that
of
was been there since like 75.
Well, they just redid everything.
Yeah, but
they might have left that one. That's
they're
the
not
original.
redoing those rooms like there.
So we're all just on top of each other. And De'Ami's like, yo, y'all can't get me today, man. I don't like this look, because he had this Band-Aid on his nose. It was just funny. They did seem to have a real team win yesterday. And those are the kinds of things that you can build from, rally around, whatever you want to call that. We'll keep these phone lines going. My guy Reese is on the line. What up, Reese?
What up, Reese?
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing?
We're good,
Good,
man.
buddy. How are you?
Yeah, I think it's 100% team win. And the reason why is because it looked like we didn't have no running game, but we got to understand that people going to treat him like they treat Lamar and say, you got to throw the ball. Terry McLaurin supposed to have 5 touchdowns. Then we would never seen the game look like that. We supposed to blew them out. And then we would understand, like, okay, they want him to throw. So we got a number 1 receiver that y'all can't stop. Because if you take A.J. Brown and you put St. Jude's on him and he man-to-man for the same plays, we would say our defense doing dumb. So I think it's 100% win because the game only looked like it looked because we didn't connect. If we didn't connect, it would have been a blowout.
All right,
Thanks for taking my call.
Appreciate that.
Dude, to that point, Reese, I said this last night. Not every throw is going to be perfect. Not every catch is going to be perfect. But in a perfect world, Terry would have had 5 touchdowns yesterday.
Yes.
Like he had 2, and they kind of like Jaden missed once, Terry kind of missed one, and he could have had 5 touchdowns in that thing.
Yeah,
it was so.
See, and that's I think coaches a lot of times look at those little misses.
Yeah,
and we'll look at they only won by 1 point because this is just a numbers thing now. But when you look at the little misses, you can see how that game would have been blown wide open.
Sure. Dude, they had, the time of possession in this thing was outrageous. At the end of the third quarter, Washington possessed the ball for 35 minutes, 35 out of 45. They finished, Washington had 40 minutes and 50 seconds of possession. The Saints had 19-10.
Damn.
Like,
they did some good stuff.
They did. You got to be able to run the ball. I credit them for trying to establish it, especially early. I think I might have gone to C-Rod a little earlier, just try to get something else. A couple play calls that I hated. 3rd and 1 play action. The 2nd and long on what could have been the last drive when they threw the tunnel on the right side to Diami that was incomplete because there was major pressure. I hated that play call. Run the draw there because then they end up running the draw on 3rd down. That gets them into kind of field goal range. I like to call it a kick it there. I like the aggressiveness, but I wouldn't have minded the clock just eat some more of it up. Like run it on 2nd, and then you could throw on 3rd if you have to. Those were the 2 that really stood out to me. I think it's hard. It's easy in the moments to be like, man, they're not running the ball enough. B-Rob got 21 carries.
Yeah.
Like they tried to get that
They
going.
tried to run the ball. And sometimes you're going to go out there, you're going to try. It's not going to work. And you keep trying. But, like, one thing I don't like, and I never would like this, we always looking for a certain average. There are times I'm watching games and a guy run the ball 20 sometimes. They'll average 3.2 yards a carry, and they win the game. You know why? Because they never left away from the run. They made you have to focus on it.
I agree with you that sometimes YPC can be too much of a derisive factor. I'm not looking at numbers. I know what my eyes showed me yesterday. They were incapable of running the ball, and that's a problem.
It's a problem because you got to realize you look at what's deeper. Go a little deeper into it. Your starting center is not there.
Yeah, totally.
That messes up stuff right there.
Justin is in Reston. What up, Jay?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Not much. Thanks for taking my call. This is the first time I'm calling in.
Appreciate it, dude.
Yeah. I'm born in 96, so this might add to my pessimism. I've never really seen a good Commanders team outside like a couple of years with RG3. I want to say 10% I give to Jaden Daniels. Pass game was good for the most part, and that scramble was really good. 10% Terry McLaurin for the 2 touchdowns, 5% for the rest of the offense. Then I give 75% for Jake Haener of the Saints. I don't think we win if he's not playing the first quarter or the first half.
He stinks. That dude is bad.
I don't think we go in 14-0. I think they get some points when we lose. And
I think if Rattler starts and they prepare for Rattler all week, you might have saw the same type of game.
Yeah, the difference, Rattler gave them a lot more offensively, but he also sprays the ball, and the odds of him Haener threw a pick. I think Rattler would have thrown a pick too. Also, Luvu dropped a pick that was in his hand from Rattler. So it's not like they didn't have opportunities to get the ball from old Spencer Rattler. Interesting, though, Haener stinks, and we don't have to worry about this. This is their ball of wax to deal with. And at this point in this, so Matt Paris had a really interesting example. So Paris covered the Skins for a long time here for the Washington Times. He's now down in New Orleans covering the Saints for the Times-Picayune. And he said the quarterback situation right now for New Orleans is just like 2022 here. Said Derek Carr's Carson Wentz, the veteran that maybe was once good, but really isn't that good. He said Hainer is like Heineke. He's like the late round draft pick. Everybody loves him. Yeah. And then he said Rattler is like Howell. Like, oh, this guy might be the future kind of guy. And he'll make a couple throws, and you get real interested, and then not make some throws. Howell got into the game in Seattle last night. It was bad. He went 5 of 14 with a pick.
Yeah.
And dude, you come in late in the game in relief. That's a tough situation. But depending on what happens with Geno, that may be the plan in Seattle. That'll be interesting to watch, but also who cares? Jaden's here. None of that matters.